Hey everybody, how's it going today? We are on the Sunshine Forest map, and we are going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to pull a no man's land on this Sunshine Forest map, and we are going to build ourselves a town with our own farm, a town with full productions and everything. Roads, we're putting it all in from scratch. And we're gonna try and do the roads with the additional fill types using like crushed stone and stuff like that, and actually lay down roads instead of just using the paint mod to put the roads in. I've been doing testing pretty much all weekend. It's Sunday. Well, it's Sunday after supper. I started Saturday morning testing and trying to find third-party mods and all that stuff in order to do it. So I bought the land. Of course, I had to give ourselves 10 million bucks so that we can do everything. We're going to put some constructibles down too, I think. And that way we can have some, constructible housing, maybe some cabins in the woods, stuff like that. I hope the constructibles have gotten way better than when I watched a tutorial last night from 5 months ago. Farmer Cop did on construction buildings, and it was horrible. The amount of money you needed to build one. But we're gonna try and do it with the sawmill, of course. You know, produce our own long planks and stuff like that, and build it that way. We might put down some regular housing, of course, because we want our town to start. We don't want to be just carrying on. So we bought all the land. I got $10 million. Here we are. I've got my equipment. So this is where I've been testing. So we've been laying crushed stone here, but it was so thick, and there's no good mods out yet for flattening this. Like, you can use a silage compactor for it, and that's the best. So I went and found a third-party mod with an actual vibrating roller. It's a beauty mod, but it actually doesn't compact. It's just for roleplay, so it doesn't actually do anything. So we're gonna have to use a silage compactor, and lay down these roads and try and flatten them out as much. Now, I was starting from a dead stop and spreading everything out, and it was coming out too thick. So I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take a run at it with our gravel truck. You can see our gravel truck behind there. So it holds 20,000 liters. So what we're gonna do first is we are going to create our road. This is the best way that I have found for marking our roads. If you get this Raptor, this is the Prinoth. If you get the header for it, it will not get rid of the grass. You have to get this Cancella header, and it will get rid of the grass and turn it all to dirt. The only thing this thing will do is leave tread tracks in the grass. So you'll have that middle sort of windrow of grass that won't be gone. But as you can see here, we're getting rid of, well, that grass is already gone, but we'll go on to a new patch. And you can see, I'll back up a bit to reduce the noise, that it's actually creating. So this is how we're going to create our roads. And I want to leave these trees for now, only because, they may end up being in yards or whatever else. I mean, this might be a production area, but I'm thinking this is going to be residential where we're heading out to now. And we're going to kind of leave it like sparse residential. You know, it's not going to be a house side by side, because this is going to be more of like a logging village or hamlet than it is going to be a full-fledged town or city. We're gonna try and keep this like it would be a small logging hamlet. I don't want to get too big. And then, of course, in these wooded areas, I want to try and just like clear out little homesteads in there. Maybe put a campground in one. We have to remember over to the left side here. If we go on the map, over in here, this is all swamp. So we have to be careful about that. I don't know if it's just that swamp here. And maybe we can build some places in here. But I would like to, there's a road going into there. And then this is the creek going around with a road on the other side, on the east side. But I think what we're going to do is try and put a road into here. And we'll kind of branch out a little bit. I mean, we are going to have to do some logging because we need to build those houses, right? Now, we could save that logging for all back in here. But, I mean, we'll use the logs that we get for putting homesteads in here and everything. And I think that'll be pretty cool. So that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to keep on motoring along here. We're going to put in, it's going to be kind of slow. I don't want to leave out too much. I mean, once you get the gist of what we're doing, like you see the road that we're doing, then, you know, I may pause the video for some time just till we get to the next point. But I want to show you at least where we're going to connect here. Because what I'm planning on, we have to get across this creek, right, to continue everything. And there's that road on the other side of the creek. I think we're going to join up with it at the creek. And we're going to put our bridge over there. And this will all be, you know, like I said, residential. Where my equipment is sitting, I think that's where we're going to try and put as much of our productions as possible. Maybe on both sides of that road. And then the residential will go in behind it. On this side. So we'll join this up. Now we're going to do this two widths of this equipment. I guess you would call this a I don't know, off-road, I don't know, track system, something I would think you would see mostly up north. So this is how wide we're going to go, right here. Now, I have gone in this creek accidentally a few times. It is very deep, so we do not want to make that mistake. I have been able to get out just barely with the gravel truck. And the gravel truck was loaded. If you wiggled back and forth, you could get out, but yeah. And then I want to also branch a road off of here. So this is on the map, right? So we see where we are. So I want to branch a road kind of over here and then cross the creek at some point over into here. So you can see our road there. It shows up better on the map than the roads, the gravel roads that are actually on there. And as far as I can tell, when the map maker put these roads down, he used that road kit, which I tried the road kit. It works all right. It has its limitations because you can only maneuver the roads so much. Like I think it's on a rotation of 8 positions, whereas it would have been nice if it was 16. It might be on a 16, and maybe it's 32 that would rather be nice on, or at least like a 24, but there are certain points where if you don't make the road right, like if you were to start from and do half the road from one end and half the road from the other end and try and join it in the middle, it probably wouldn't come out too well. But we're not going to bother with the road kit unless this isn't working out too well as far as spreading stone. But I'm gonna try, and I haven't tested this part yet. I'm gonna try taking a run at it. We're gonna get our truck up to like 10 kilometers an hour, and then we're gonna start dumping as we're cruising to try and thin out the construction gravel more, because with the thickness that it is, even after compacting, we're only able to do about 8 to 10 kilometers on the roads. Like it's like driving through mud. It's just not, you know, it's not very good for playability. So we're gonna try and keep it thin and go from there. So we'll just finish this off, and then we'll get to the gravel. Alright guys, so we moved on to the gravel. So this is what we're using. So this is called the Additional Fill Types mod, and this is a bulk fill station. So we're grabbing construction gravel. That's what we're using. Now there are others: tumbled stone, sand, lime, crushed stone. I could have tried the crushed stone, but I think it's just a different look. It's not actually gonna make it better, like drivable. I did try it, I mean, just to test it, but it's all the same, right? It's just the texture and color. It's not making a difference as to what's easier to drive on. So the crushed stone is what we're gonna try with. It is what I originally used when I laid it out from a dead stop. I've already laid one out. Now I can already see an issue starting is timing. Right, trying to get that timing down so that your gravel starts when you want it to. So we're gonna try this again. Now I have not compacted this at all. It kind of keeps me at a decent speed of 9-10 kilometers, and we're gonna try and do it from this speed. Now we are gonna obviously pick up speed once we get to the mud, but I think it's gonna keep it laid out fairly decent. Start now, and that was pretty good. So we're up to 25 already, keeping it pretty thin. I mean, we basically just want it a visual covering, really. And then we will run a silage compactor on top of this, just to try and make it look a little better, and hopefully we will be able to drive on this. Now, if we are unable to get it to work decently and it's real slow driving, then we might have to use a road kit. But I'm trying not to. But like the road that we're sitting on right now, I'm 90% sure that was a laid down road kit by the modder of the map. So, and I apologize, I had his name in my head, but I forgot it. So when I get it, I will post it on in the description. Okay, so we'll avoid driving in here until we get a little closer. There we are. Okay, pretty steady at 12, 13, so we must be getting a little thinner, which is good. I think that's probably the way to do it. Hopefully we can drive on there decently with the tractor once it's compacted. But maybe not. Maybe, like I say, maybe it's all a texture thing. It's right. It's not a thin or thickness thing. It's just that's the way it's going to be, and that's it. We could stop right now and get a compactor and test it out. I mean, let's switch gears here to... Oh, my tractor's back here. Okay, I'm going to bring my tractor over, and we will test things out. So we did a little bit of compacting. If you look at this, this is actually the Holaris. This is actually in the new farmer. You get this equipment. So we're in new farmer mode. So, and we're just using the equipment that we've been given. I mean, of course I'm buying some extra, but this is our starter. So this is actually a silage compactor. So I'm just using the in-game one, and it actually worked pretty good. So I think the fact that we're actually taking a run at it before we're spreading is actually thinning it out and working good. So we're able to do a fairly decent speed. I mean, it is rough, but hey, we are in the bush, right? So I think this is the way we're going to leave it. I mean, the road is a little rough, but that's how it should be. So I'm just going to continue on laying out this construction gravel all the way to the end. And we'll continue on with our experiment in building our little hamlet or village or whatever you want to call it. Alright guys, so we're on potentially our last one before our bridge, and there's something I learned that you have to put the bridge down before you put down this crushed gravel. Otherwise the mods will contradict themselves. And you'll have to use the oh, what's it called? The trunk, the crusher that gets rid of the trunks. The tree trunks, sorry. This sucker. You'll have to use this in order to get rid of your stones in order to put a bridge down. So before I even put the stones down, we're just going to put a bridge down. So we'll go into construction, and this is in others. On the fourth one down, the fences, and then go over to others. And I've got 2 bridge mods in here, 2 like packages. So the best I've found, I think, is this one right here, because we don't want railing, because I think it might get in the way of some equipment that we might need to bring over the bridge. So I thought we would use... Oh, that's long. Is this other one shorter? Yeah, that's nicer. So we will try and line this up best we can. That doesn't look too bad. Now, we might have an issue with getting rid of the grass after this bridge goes down. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the equipment across, and then that way, if we need to get rid of the bridge, we can get rid of the bridge, take out the grass, and then put the bridge back in. So we will... I want to see if there's something better than that. I think long is too long. Plus it looks too... doesn't look as nice, I don't think. Like, it looks too fake, I guess would be the word for it. What if we try... That looks a little bit better just with the logging edges on it. But I think we have... Okay, this is the short one. Okay, we can't do this one because of the lights. The lights will get in the way for sure. But I do like the look. Yeah, I really do like the look of that one. So how long... That's not too bad. Maybe we'll go with this. Check this out, eh? I don't like how it's showing the dirt through the bridge, though. Maybe that'll disappear once we put it down. Okay, let's try the railing, though. That's what we're going to run into is a railing. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, okay, we could use those. That is definitely a no-go. See, here's your road kit right here. So you do have asphalt. Or asphalt. But I really... When you click on these... Just the way it rotates. See how it clicks like that? Like it's... If there was an in-between that and that... It would be a lot better. But that's too much, right? So that's why we're not going with that. Let's see how this looks. Is this the large one? Yeah, this is the large one. That's not too bad. Like, the railing's not too high. See, I wonder if it's just my... Because I'm using a controller. That's not too bad. Like, if you do, like, a... You can get small taps on this. But this is a different mod than the road kit, so... I think we're going to try this for now, because I'm almost guaranteed we're going to have to get rid of the bridge in order to get rid of the grass. So we're going to place that. And then, I guess we're not even going to bother running the gravel up to it yet, because we might have to get rid of that bridge. So we'll take our Raptor here. Why can't I remember the name of what that attachment is? It's gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to go and look. It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't. Let's go down to our forestry. There we are. Our mulcher, that's what it is. Jesus, why couldn't I think of that? So, this is the one that we're using right here, is the 2.5, the TMC. So, if you use this one, actually, I've only used this one. I didn't use this other one, but it goes without that they would be the same. This will not get rid of the grass, but these will. So, that's what we've gone with. So we will haul this down there. So our top speed on this is 12. How does it do on the... Oh, it stays at 12. Easy. Excuse me. So we'll make our way down there. And we will get rid of that grass. Alright guys, we're down at our bridge. We're going to see how this is going to... How well this will take this off. I mean, this is obviously going to work just fine for this part. And I don't want to take out too much of that road. See, it will take it out. And then we'll have to play with our painting tool. And we don't have a good paint for that road kit. Unless it has one of its own. Which I have not found. But, okay, let's get right to the edge here. I mean, we're gonna lay stone on this too, so some of this stuff will disappear. Some will stay. Now here's our big test. I'm pretty sure this grass is not gonna disappear. If it does, that would be great. Oh, maybe it is gonna. Is it disappearing? I think it is, isn't it? It is. That's wonderful. That makes life a lot easier. Oh, am I going to be able to get rid of these? Yeah, I am. Well, that's good. We don't have to pull up the bridge then. So I'm thinking the gravel should just run over this just nice too. Oh, are we just touching there? We must be. There we go. That worked pretty damn good. So we will park this sucker. I would like to make kind of like little sort of turning edges on here. But we may have to paint those on because I haven't figured out how to do that very well yet. So we're going to park that sucker right here. Wrong way. There we are. And we will run our gravel. I don't know if this is going to make it to the bridge, but I didn't want to take the chance and wait. I've got this timing down pretty good now. No, I don't think we're going to make it. Okay, that's all right. We'll go back and grab another load. All right, we're coming up back on the bridge. This one should be the last one we do. We'll see if it carries it right over the bridge or not. We might be short on this one too. Oh, did we make it? That would have been nice if we just made it. I think we were just short. We're just short, but I think we could probably spread that out with the compactor and get that looking good. So I think what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll just grab maybe around 8 to 10,000 liters, and we'll see if we can't do that little piece. We'll run it probably back up onto the bridge. That way, if it comes up onto the bridge, we can just... I think it'll be easier to delete it with our mulcher. And that should work all right. Okay. We'll go about, go 9. Let's try that. See how that goes. I'd rather be short than way too much. All right, we'll try and lay this out nicely. See what we can get. Oh, I missed my button. We're gonna have to try that again. That's all right. This might run out too early. Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. And it even goes through, pretty much went through the bridge, so it works out really well doing it that way. Okay, so that's that road. So now we want to continue on with our next road. I can smooth all this stuff out later on. And the more you drive over it, I mean, the better it is, right? It just compresses it, and it'll send it off to the sides and cover that dirt that's showing eventually. Takes a little bit of time. Like, none of this stuff has been compacted that I laid down. We're just driving on it as is. So I'm thinking we're gonna put another road out here somewhere. I want to go only so far from the bridge. I want to be able to put like houses with yards along the creek, and also on this other side, and it's going to get a little narrow, so I think we'll go right about here. Now if we look at the map, so there we are. So I want to run this up through here. Let's zoom in a little bit. I want to run it up along here, and then we're just going to dive across over here. And then we should be able to meet up with this other road that's... It doesn't show up very well on the map, but this is... You can see it right here where it meets. It will run up along here. So if we can meet it in here somewheres, and then we'll have this road going all the way up here, and that's our creek, I believe. It doesn't show up very well, but... Or maybe the white is our creek. Not sure what this is. We'll have to take a look once we get up there on what it is. So, we will start this and build across here. I think we're okay right there. I don't want to get too close to the creek, like I said, but I don't want to get too close to the bushes either. I want to try and utilize both sides as much as I can. Mind you, if we need to do a bit of logging, then we will do a bit of logging. I'm not afraid to do logging. I don't do a lot of it, but when I do it, I enjoy doing it. I like the aspect of logging in FS25 and 22. I think it's, I don't know. I haven't done much logging in 25, so put in the comments, has it gotten better in 25, or was it better in 2022? Okay, I think we're gonna start heading down to pick our bend and head down towards the creek to go across. Now we want to come up on the creek at a pretty good 90-degree angle. I want to avoid that tree on the other side. So if we go like this, we should be pretty good right there. Well, there's that other road. We can see it on the other side. It's not very far off. So I wonder if that splits into two roads over there. I do have the flyby app on here, but I don't really want to use it. Sorry, not app, mod. Okay, so we'll start with that. And of course, we're going to put a bridge across there. We will... I don't know if that's wide enough. Is that wide enough? Seems like we get a little wider here, closer to the creek. And of course, if anybody knows of any mods that would benefit in making all this, please put it in the comments. Share it with everybody. Anybody else that wants to do these kind of builds. It's good to have a strong community that can help each other out doing this kind of stuff. It doesn't matter if it's a third-party mod, just make sure it's a good mod and not something that's gonna give somebody a virus. I mean, I got friends that can give me all kinds of software that'll detect pretty much anything, but there's no need to get into that kind of stuff anyways. There's plenty of avenues to get mods. Okay, so that will be done. Now we gotta make sure we don't take out too much gravel. Yeah, I would like to figure out a good way to... Maybe if we bought the narrower one, we could kind of get a little, you know, kind of an approach turn on this. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be that big. That's pretty good. Oh, that's the wrong way. Don't go the wrong way. You're going to take out too much, and it's going to look stupid. I think we already did that. There. What if we do that, and then kind of bleed it straight back? Don't turn the wrong way. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Now if we did it on both sides. Now that's a little bit wonkier, but shave off just this little edge. That's not too bad at all. I think before we ruin something, we'll end it there. Now, I think we're going to have kind of like a... I know it's a creek, but we'll call it... Well, I guess we call it Creek Road. We'll run this all the way along the creek into to the once the thicker bush starts up, then we'll maybe end it or put a little cul-de-sac in there or something like that. But yeah, if you got any ideas on what you want to see done in here too, you know, I'm open to any and all ideas. I'm kind of winging this. I'm not I didn't want to plan too much of it because you know, spur of the moment is use our creation, right? So gotta go get some more gravel and start working on that road. All right, we're getting back on a road. There's one thing I wanted to mention. So once you take your grass out with your mulcher, I haven't found a good paint mod to, like, if you screw up and you want to put the grass back in, I haven't found a good paint mod that will paint this good long kind of wild grass texture. So if anybody knows of one, share it in the comments so that everybody can use it if they need to. And I know at some point in time I'm most likely going to screw something up and I'm gonna need it. So the more I have it, the better. See, now we're starting to drive a little better on here, right? The more I take my Blue New Holland tractor over this road and compact a little bit, the better the road gets. So it's kind of the opposite of real life. The road gets better over time, whereas in real life the road is at its best when it's first built. Well, not always. I've seen some pretty crappily built roads in my time. And 2 or 3 years later, they seem to be doing the same stretches over and over again, repairing. Maybe they should be a little more careful on who they contract their work out to. Maybe they should start using Dirty's Dirt and Gravel. I guess that's what we'll call the company, Dirty's Dirt and Gravel. Dirty Bones Dirt and Gravel. So we'll grab more construction gravel. I don't think it'll take too much for this one. Maybe 3 loads to get up to the creek. It shouldn't be too much. There we are. So this mod, by the way, this JCB mod, you can do realistic mode, which is only 9,000 liters. And then I did 20,000 liters, but there's totally unrealistic, which is 30,000 liters. Not too bad. I mean, 20 seems to be a good fit. When I was starting from a dead stop and dumping this stuff and it was getting really thick, in order to do this first road and get it all the way to the creek, I was doing 30 to 35 loads of gravel. So big difference when you're taking a run at it. And at least you're, you know, up to 10 kilometers compared to starting from a dead stop. So this will slow us down to about 8 or 9. We might have benefited from doing a compactor on this one. We seem to be... This truck does not roll over this stone very well when it's loaded. If it was compacted, well, it'd probably be a little bit better. We'd probably get maybe up to 12 kilometers, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. My timing is getting down pretty good on starting the loads. It looks like we're going to need another one for sure, but that should almost get us to the creek. I think we're safe to lay down one more road before we get to the creek. Oh! Does anybody know, base game, can you turn off the wildlife? I always think the wildlife in here is so corny, the way Giants did it. I would rather just turn it off. Kind of like when you play some maps, the traffic is so bad you want to turn off the traffic. Like Louisiana map, the traffic in town, they're passing. So they get caught up on head-ons, and then traffic just can't move anymore, so I had to turn off the traffic in that series. Nothing against the modder, you know, that's just the way it goes, right? And we will be getting back to that series too. Depending on how well this series goes, I'm having a lot of fun with this, so we might stay on this for a little while. I also have another series on the Settlers map. That's a multiplayer map, but I'm playing it as a single player. And it's got logging and everything in it too, and it's a good productions map. That one I'm not too sure I'm going to go back to because it has been causing me some grief. But I might go back to it, you know. I don't want to... If I've got time to do it, I'm going to try and do everything. But now that precision farming mod is out, I would think that there was probably a lot of modders, map modders, that were holding back maps until precision came out, so that they could put it into their maps if they needed to change any coding or anything like that. I mean, some other guys, I'm sure they just put the map out anyways, and they'll just add precision to it later. But because as far as I know, I mean, I'm not a coder by any means. As far as I know, it does need to be put it back into these maps, right? Like my Louisiana map, there's no precision farming in there until the modder allows it to be put in there. So I as far as I know, I could be wrong, but I believe that's the way it works. Okay, so we'll put this one down. We'll take the chance that we're not going to reach the creek. I think we got a little ways after this bend before we get there. No, we're not even going to make the bend anyways. Just a little bit of it. There's the creek. Yeah, so we will lay down our bridge now. Let's go down to construction. Whoops, that was one too far. Construction, others, we're still here. Okay, so we're gonna use the same bridge. We might change them up later. Once, you know, we get everything completed and we can really see what stuff is gonna look like, then we might switch bridges. I think that looks pretty good. Right about there. I wonder if that hill is on the map. I doubt it, eh? I don't think it is. Or are we about half? You can see by our railing we're close to half there. We'll go with that there. Yeah, see, the paint texture, the only ones I can find is this one right here, that little, let me get this mouse out of here. That little edge right there, that's the one. But if we could find like a paint one, if there is one out there with this long grass like this, that would be nice. Something that would blend in nice in here, because at some point in time, I know I'm going to make a mistake. And I'm going to need to put that grass back in. And if I got to use that painted on look, it's not going to look very natural. So, we will head back here and grab some more gravel. Alright, we're back at the bridge, and I gotta do some more road work before we lay down that load of gravel. So I think we will. Let's get to the edge here. Where's our road? There's our road right there. We'll just go straight to it. We do want to go a little tighter. We'll clear off the bridge afterwards. It is nice that it works so well with the bridge. Okay, we don't want to go too far. We'll make the little adjustments afterwards. Did that work out right? That worked out pretty good. If we go just a touch, get rid of that little bit of green there. There we go. That's not too bad. Another little touch. There. How's that? That looks pretty good. So now you got to remember too, if we lay our crushed gravel across there, we can't get rid of it because we'll get rid of all the road. I mean, we could probably replace it with the road kit. We could probably patch it in. But like I said, the way the rotation on that road kit is, if there was one more added, you know, in between, then it would be much better. It wouldn't be such a drastic turn on your rotation. Looks like we did all right there. There might be a little bit of grass left there, just to paint it on look. But pretty good. I do really like the fact that we didn't have to pick up this bridge and get rid of it in order to get rid of this grass. That is pretty nice. I almost feel spoiled. And I do actually kind of like that grass showing through there because it looks a little more natural. Might have to get rid of this over here if we can. No, I don't think we're going to be able to. No, that's all one plant. We'll try one more time, but I don't think so. Yeah, it's just going to push out of the way. Okay, we'll have to leave that like that. And we will continue on. We will have to bring this over to the other side, I think. Because we'll have to use a chainsaw on some of this and see if we can get rid of... I don't know if it'll work good on the reeds, but I should be able to get rid of that bush right on the corner there of that bridge. But like I say, we might want to leave it because it looks a little more untamed wilderness, so to speak. So I think we're going to continue straight on out here. Let's check our map. Okay, so we've got quite a ways to go. That hill might be in it after all. Okay, and we've got this road going down here. So at some point in time, I would like to either have like a road kind of go up here and either leave the map and then have another one come down and join. But we also have to remember, this is where I plan on putting our actual farm, is like somewhere's down in here. And then we've got to be able to put fields in here too. And we've got to be able to get enough fields in here that, you know, we can make money and keep our productions running. We may end up taking out all of this. Who knows? You never know. And just keep this Everglow Thicket. We'll have to make a neighborhood in here called the Everglow Thicket neighborhood. So we'll continue on. I think what we'll do for right now is we'll run a road out of the map. Out of the edge of the map. So we will go... There we are. How's that? Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll try and stay avoiding the trees because, like I say, I don't want to take out too many trees just yet. Because if we can incorporate them in the neighborhood, then that's what we'll do. It's hard to tell on the depth of how far this goes, but because by that tree line over here, we're going to be going a fair ways. I mean, we're only coming up into the middle of, like, the number is, you kind of assume the number is the middle of the property. So we're only coming up to the middle of it. Okay, while we're driving, I'll put my cruise on. Let's take a look at that map. Oh yeah, we still got a ways to go. So that is going to be a fairly long road to nowhere. But we can put some, even put some productions out here. I would like to put, like, maybe the grain mill almost right on the tracks. See if we can kind of incorporate it into the rail system somehow. I mean, we might have to build it, you know, a little bit away from the track and then just kind of put in like a parking lot up to the track and maybe some ramps or something so we can load cars into the train car. That's what I like about the Stettler map, is on our property we have our own system where we can stop the train on our farm, load our cars, and send the cars off. Now that hill's not going to get into it. I mean, we are going up a little bit, but the big hill is not part of the map. So we'll go as far as we can and just try and make it look all right. Hopefully it transfers okay into the edge of the map, and our road will look all right. There's the edge coming up right here. I left a little bit of grass there that we can't touch, but nothing we can't work with. Not bad. Not bad at all. Problem will be getting the gravel down there, but we can put some, I've got a construction mod in here for construction signs and stuff like that, so we can put something up there. Try and make it look a little more natural. We wonder if maybe I can find a bridge out or dead end sign, something like that I can put there. That'd be pretty neat. Make it look a little more realistic. Yeah, that's a fairly long road. We're gonna have to do quite a few more gravel trips. Now, I can't remember if I showed you. I don't think I showed you the fill type on that mod yet, did I? It's only $100 for the silo to get the additional types mod to work. So it's not like you gotta pay, you know, 40, 50 grand to get put down a silo. I mean, you gotta pay for your construction gravel, but it's not gonna make you broke by all means. Oh, I would like to take that little bush out right there, eh? We can come back for it later on if it really bugs me. We should take it out if we're gonna take it out though before we put the stone down. We'll see. I'll nitpick the map after we're all done here and clean up some edges and stuff like that. We're almost back to the creek, and then we can get back to doing some more gravel. I do have my my loader bucket too. We could try and put a little bit down on the edge with the loader instead of using the truck at a dead stop. Mind you, if we put too much down, we can always use a loader to pick some up. I haven't tried back bleeding these gravel piles with the loader bucket either. I don't know if it's, you know, how realistic it is that way. Did I shut her off? No, I didn't. There we go. I don't want to accidentally take out stuff I'm not supposed to. So that road that I was talking about that goes back down into, we'll go back on the map, that's going to go back down here. I'm not going to put it in yet because I think we need to get our farm in first and fields, which is something we might do after we do these roads, just because then at least our farm can start producing grain and stuff like that while we're developing the rest of the village. Kind of like, you know, people are moving into the new town because the economy and the job situation here are looking up. So we'll add a few productions and get our farm in, and a reason for people to move into our little hamlet of Sunshine Forest. Okay, so we'll get this sucker out of the way. We should be good there. We'll hop into our truck. And we'll get this down. Hopefully this makes the bridge. It would be nice if it works out just perfect as the last one did, and stop just before it. Oh, that was late. I think there's a gap in that one. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Beauty. Nice, that worked out really good. Would have been better if there's no gap at the beginning. We'll see. Yeah, there's a little gap there. We should be able to blend that in fairly easily, though. Just from running back and forth over that. Okay, so let's head back for some more gravel and continue on our road. So we're gonna see how this is gonna work here. Coming up on the edge of the map, we're just gonna put, I think we're just gonna put a little pile there and drive away from the edge, and then we'll do some sort of a construction sign, you know, dead end or something like that, or bridge out or something, whatever we can find. One thing I was going to mention too, if I gotta check. I have this game on Xbox too, but I'm playing it on PC. But I have it on Xbox, and I'm never checked to see if the Powertool mod is in there, so you can actually add the money. I don't know if you can do it on console, because I mostly play on PC. But if you know whether you can, put it in the comments if you have it. I will check after this video is over to see if you can, in fact, do it on console. Because any videos I make, I like to keep it so that the everybody, as many people can play it, console and PC can play it. I'm not just here for PC guys. PC guys got so many tools over console. It's unbelievable. But it seems like the gap is narrowing a little bit more. I mean, it really all depends on the modder, right? The modder doesn't want to have it for console, doesn't want to write it out for console, well then it's not going to show up. But as I was saying, you know, you could use the peat moss farm as income in order to do all of this. Like, you could either sell off that farm or keep it and just sell the peat moss and maybe some of the tools, or not tools, but equipment that comes with it. Mind you, you pretty much start off with only the equipment to do peat moss. Like, you would have to either try and make money off of the peat moss farm or sell it. And actually, while we're here, let's go and have a look and see what you would get if you were to sell it. Let's go farm. Oh, it's only 310,000. So that would be tight. If you sold that and then you sold all the equipment, I mean, you would want to keep the loader, but there's still a fair bit of equipment there. I mean, I'm not gonna sell it all just to show you what you're gonna get for it, but you definitely could do it. I mean, you would probably only be starting with maybe 2 million, which I'm still above 8 million, so 2 million would be enough to do what we're doing right now. You would probably have to, oh, mind you, oh, no, because that's with all the land bought too. Actually, sorry, I apologize. I started with 11 million because I added a million to start with the game, plus I added 10 million. So you can do that on console though. You can start with 1 million and then sell everything. So you could probably get up to 3 million to start with, and that would allow you to do what we're doing right now. And if you bought a plow and you already own the whole map, because we already own the whole map, so you would already own the whole map, you could buy a plow and a tractor, and you could start your fields going. I mean, it would definitely be a little more difficult than the way we're doing it, but I didn't want to do it that way just because, you know, it would be a little too slow. I don't think anybody would want to watch it, but maybe I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. The more comments you put in the video about what you would like to see helps me make something more interesting video. So, you know, don't be shy. Say whatever you want. I'm a nice guy. I'm not gonna tell you to F off or anything like that. You can put whatever in there. We tend to get more comments of, you know, some troll saying something stupid in there than we do get when you're my size of a channel anyways. You know, I'm still under 1,000. Creeping up on them, and I'm at, I think, around 880 right now. So, like and subscribe too, you know, if you like this, help support the channel. But yeah, don't be afraid to leave a comment at all. I like to hear ideas. I'm open to all kinds of ideas. We're gonna stay out of the dirt right now just because the dirt slows us down. Plus, we don't need to make deeper ruts in there. We're already gonna be driving over top of it plenty. So we'll see how much of a pile it left at the edge of the map there. I don't think it left too much because we got moving fairly quickly. So it should be working all right. But like I say, we can bring our loader out here if we have to and kind of thin it out. Yeah, we didn't even really get much of a mound there at all. And that was a good spread. Oh, we probably got another, oh, I don't know, 6 or 7 loads in order to get back to the bridge. This is a longer road than I thought. I did not think that road was going to be that long. And there was one other thing too. So if we come up on the map, okay, here is our road. Right here. We look at the map. Let's get it off of farmland. See this. What is this right here? Is that our creek or is this our creek? I think this is our creek because there's our gap, right? That would be right where our bridge is, right there. So what that white is, I think it's supposed to be creek. I think there's just the way it's showing up on the map. It's not showing very accurately. I think that's all that is. Because I don't think there's another road there or nothing like that, but... yeah, it's just the way it's showing up on the map. It's a little bit inaccurate, but not a big deal. It just kind of looked a little interesting, like there might have been something there. Okay, so we will go and grab another load. All right, everybody, so we're just putting down our last bit of gravel here. Timed her pretty good. See if it's gonna make it. And we're good. Oh, yeah, we've got a little bit of a situation starting right here. So we're gonna have to grab our loader and fill this in. We're getting potholes at our bridges on both ends. Not so bad on this end because we do have some gravel there. So I'm gonna fill that stuff in, and I am gonna run the New Holland up and down this road a million times and see if we can't get... Where is our New Holland? There's our New Holland there. Whoa, where did we go? We had super speed on. So we're gonna hop in here if it's gonna let us. Why are you glitching out? There we go. That was easier. And I'm gonna do a few repairs, like adding some gravel to this end right here. Mind you, we could leave it because I plan on running a road back in through here somewheres and along those railroad tracks and kind of put a little industrial area in here. So I'm gonna run my tractor up and down here a million times, and we're gonna call her that for the episode. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Like and subscribe. I'm Dirty Bones, and stay dirty, everyone.